My name is Victoria and I'm a registered social worker. Therapy isn't, the way we used to think of with Freud, where you kind of lie down on the couch and then Freud asks you about your mother and you have to dive really deep into those things that you may not necessarily want to talk about, all the really deep, difficult things. So sometimes people think of therapy in that way, but there's kind of newer approaches to therapy that are more solution focused. It's more in the here and now. You don't necessarily have to talk about the problems if you don't want to or if you're not ready to go there. Sometimes therapy can be like that, about the really deep stuff, but it doesn't have to be. So therapy can be more solution focused and it can be more coaching as well. People are starting to think of therapy as not just something that they do when everything kind of falls apart, but they're starting to think of it more proactively. Like when we buy a new car, what do? 3 months later, we take it for an oil change. We don't wait for everything to fall apart and then start, replacing all the parts, right? ADHD is diagnosed when the child has a hyperactive type, because they will notice that in school. But the inattentive type is often undiagnosed. So it's usually when somebody goes to university or college and they themselves are struggling that they will seek out support. But that often doesn't even happen. Either they don't seek the support and they drop out of post-secondary education, or they just get through. They just really buckle down and they just work harder than everybody and they get by. I think one of the things that clients often worry about when coming into counseling is that they're going to feel judged, or that they have to, there's this pressure that they have to, meet certain goals within a certain time frame. I don't really put timelines on clients. I don't pressure them or push them. So it's important that a client feels comfortable when they come into therapy, because I understand that they're essentially talking to a complete stranger. For me, I feel honored that a client is coming in and talking to me about that.